Good morning, class. How are you feeling today? What can you say about the temperature we are experiencing by this time? It cold or isn't it hot? Well, it depends where we are. So, I am Christian Paul Brusuela, your teacher for today. So let's proceed to our lesson, which is all about heat and temperature. I have here table. As you can see, there are information which shows difference between heat and temperature. Let's define. First, what is heat? It is the quantity of energy absorbed by an object. When we say temperature, it is a measure of hotness and coldness of an object. There are a huge difference, but sometimes it's confusing. So, unit for heat, we use calorie. Unit for temperature, that is degree. And of course, we also have the instrument used for meaning heat and temperature. So, have you seen these two types of instrument? Okay, let's see. I have here image. Are you familiar with these pictures? What about this one? This picture are the instrument used in measuring the heat and temperature of an object. The first picture shows the colorimeter while the second is that example of thermometer. Okay, let us now define what is heat. When we say heat, it is a transfer of energy between objects or places due to temperature differences. Heat transfer from an object of a higher temperature to an object of a lower temperature, meaning from hotter object to colder object. So, when we say higher temperature, it is hot, while lower temperature, it is cold. Is that clear, class? So, I hope you all catching up what I'm discussing by this time. Heat transfer happens around us all the time, although we do not see how this process actually takes place. Its effects are evident and is measured in joules. It takes about 42 joules of heat to change 1 gram of water by 1 Celsius degree. So, how about temperature? Do you have any idea what temperature is? We already defined the word heat, so let's now proceed with temperature. So, it is described as the average kinetic energy of molecules within a material or system. Again, it is the average kinetic energy. I know you have an idea what kinetic energy is. It is a measurable physical property of an object, also known as state of variable. Take a look at this picture. What have you observed? So, it shows the differences between temperature and heat. In this picture, heat deals with thermal energy, whereas temperature is more concerned with molecular and kinetic energy. As you can see, the heat indicates transferring to the object. Example, store or heat pan, while for temperature, it measures how hot or cold an object is. So, as you can see, it is represented by two colors, the red and the blue. The red colors represented the heat, while the blue colors represented the temperature. So, let us now have the additional measured quantities the same as temperature. For length, of course, the scale that we use is meter. For mass, we use gram. So, for the temperature, we have Fahrenheit, that is F. Celsius is C. Kelvin is K. So, in this experiment, an ice cube dropped into a bowl of warm water. It gained heat from the water in the bowl. Adding thermal energy leads to an increase in the kinetic energy of the ice molecule, and thus an increase in temperature. So, in conclusion, the transfer of heat or thermal energy will typically change the temperature of the substance, but not always. So for an example, At the moment when the ice in the bowl turns into water, those water molecules will be the exact temperature as when they are ice. Heat is transfer of energy between objects or places due to temperature differences. Temperature is described as the average kinetic energy of molecules within a material or system. So again, we define the heat and temperature for you to be able to understand their differences. I hope you gain more knowledge in our topic. Thank you for listening and goodbye.